Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Prometheus from Bro Up Gaming. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to our channel. And if you're new and this is your first time checking us out, we hope you love what you see. And if you do, we ask that you would kindly press that like button, share the video, and subscribe to our channel. Your support is invaluable to us. Now, with the Outriders demo right around the corner, and with the ability to transfer progress made in the demo into the full game, it's as good a time as any to explore everything there is to know about the Outriders classes. Hopefully by the end of this video, you will know everything you need to know about the Devastator class. So without further ado, rock and stone, brothers, immerse yourself into the earth-shattering Devastator. The Devastator can be best described in a traditional sense as the close-range stand-your-ground tank class, but it is also so much more. A close to mid-range specialist, the Devastator controls gravity and can manipulate the very earth itself. He is a specialist at damage over time and explosive damage. An important thing to note is that the Devastator can be a real linchpin in determining the flow of battle. With a wide variety of interrupt skills at their disposal, a skilled Devastator can effectively shut bosses down. If you love charging headfirst into battle and slugging it out toe-to-toe with the enemy, then the Devastator is the class for you. Now with the basics out of the way, it's time to talk Devastator Fundamentals. The Devastator's powers are focused around gravitational and earth-based powers that are centered around three main pillars: kinetic, protection, and seismic. The Devastator's melee attack is different than the other classes in that it applies a bleeding damage status effect. Bleeding deals damage over time to afflicted enemies. In Outriders, health simply isn't rewarded by drinking a bottle or a potion. It's rewarded through aggressive nature that is unique to each of the four classes. In the Devastator's case, he is a close-range killing machine that is rewarded health for being close to enemies that die. Thus, his sustainability in battle is rewarded for being up close and personal, further solidifying his role in combat as a tank and close-range damage dealer. Can a Devastator be played with a sniper rifle? Probably. But players seeking a long-range playstyle may want to look elsewhere, as keeping the health bar topped off could get tricky, so on the surface, it isn't ideal. In addition, Devastators simply outright have more health and armor than the other classes, making them ideal frontline fighters, being able to not only deal great damage, but also granting them the fortification to withstand immense punishment. Devastators start to differentiate the more upgrades you get as you level. When upgraded, Devastators can choose specific bonuses to armor and health by choosing specific class tree paths and nodes. For example, the Heirloom Armor node allows Devastators the ability to steal enemy armor for each enemy slain in close range. Most likely, an upgraded Devastator will have the most armor and health buffs out of the entire squad. These mechanics, combined with their healing factor, incentivizes players to leap into the wake of enemies to sustain themselves and punish their foes. Alright, now for the juicy stuff, class powers. Each class in Outriders has a total of 8 powers. Classes will start the game with 1, and eventually over level progression will unlock all 8. In our guide today, we will be going over 4 out of the 8 available powers for the Devastator class. Starting off with the Devastator's first power, we have Gravity Leap. Gravity Leap will have the Devastator jumping in the air and hovering there for a few seconds. Activating the power once more after targeting an enemy, which will be illuminated in yellow, will cause you to slam down on them, causing area damage to all enemies around you. Gravity Leap can also aid in targeting long-range enemies off in the distance. Gravity Leap is an excellent option for closing the gap on your enemies to ensure that you reap the health and armor benefits for killing enemies close to you. Finally, Gravity Leap also serves as a nice interrupt for bosses, hopefully giving your team that much needed room to breathe to either take down a high value target or enough room to escape and get behind cover should things not go in your favor. The second power stems from our protection pillar, and the power being spotlighted is Reflect Bullets. Using Reflect Bullets will activate a shield directly in front of the Devastator. While the shield is active, any bullets fired will get caught in the shield, preventing all incoming damage. This makes the Devastator a great asset in battle for shielding your allies in a firefight and providing them cover to reposition in battle or leading a full force team charge in enemy lines. However, Bulletstorm just isn't a defensive skill. When the skill duration ends, or you simply reactivate the power once more, the bullets caught in the shield will be sent flying back towards all nearby enemies, basically giving you a badass Magneto effect. Ideally, Devastators will want to close in on the strongest foes in battle before redirecting Bulletstorm in order to receive the greatest dividends from the power. Impale is a great ability for controlling the flow of battle. Devastators will find themselves selecting a target and literally impaling them on a raised pillar of rock summoned from out the ground. This ability flexes as both a great interrupt for bosses, as well as a great AoE stun for dealing with mobs of enemies. If the damage dealt by Impale is lethal enough, then quite literally the enemy will be impaled by a stone spike. In doing so, the entire squad will be granted an armor bonus and health regen for 9 seconds. And if Impale has piqued your curiosity up to this point, it's time to grab your attention. Impale also has an additional 7 modifiers that can be applied to the power through gear granting unique perks to the skill, altering its functionality within combat. For example, Spike Force, which can be found on a legendary gear set, allows Impale to target an additional foe, providing more crowd control and stun locking potential in firefights. The last power we'll be discussing today is Endless Mass. Endless Mass releases a spinning obelisk which sucks all nearby enemies into its gravitational sensor. Think of the effect like a black hole. Endless Mass is a versatile skill in which its ability to gather groups of enemies will likely be a cornerstone when playing with friends, as it will provide a great synergy to other AoE class powers. Endless Mass will also be a central focus when jumping into the wake of battle, as it will supply a large number of enemies to kill, increasing health regeneration and armor boosting potential. As you can see, the Devastator has one hell of a toolkit. Combining all the Devastator's powers can unleash some hell on the battlefield, as well as provide you with an in-game experience that will have your heart pounding and you sitting at the edge of your seat white-knuckling your controller or mouse and keyboard. When these powers are combined with legendary gear that provides unique skill perks, and when class trees and nodes start to fill out, you will truly be able to tailor a Devastator to your playstyle. In addition to powers, passives, and skill nodes, each class will also have 3 skill trees that will fit a particular playstyle. The Devastator's 3 trees are Vanquisher, which focuses on close-range combat, providing bonuses to weapons such as shotguns and assault rifles. The Warden branch is all about tanking and durability, granting bonuses to health, armor, and resistances. And last but not least, the Seismic Shifter branch is all about those damage over time builds and mid-range damage specialization. And if for some reason you mess up on any of the points you distribute, or a tree just isn't fitting your playstyle, you can always reset at any time. You can even put points into mini trees, but just know that you cannot max all trees out at the same time. In conclusion, a Devastator can find glory in players from all walks in life, but for players that love to flirt with death and charge wild and reckless in a battle, you will find that the Devastator is truly a match made in heaven. Alrighty, that about sums it up on all you need to know for the Devastator class in preparation for the Outriders demo that's dropping in just a few days away. If you like what you saw in today's video, we ask that you please like and share the video, as well as subscribe to our channel. If you're looking for more bro-op content, check out our top 10 most anticipated 2021 co-op and multiplayer games list. And as always, thanks for watching, and blue skies gamers. We'll catch you next time.